बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन वस्सलातु वस्सलाम अला रसूलिल अमीन व अला आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि अजमईन रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा। Most respected Secretary and Correspondent of Islamia College, Janab L.M. Munir Saheb, most respected Principal of Islamia College, Janab Ilyas Basha Saheb, most respected President of Anjuman Khuddamul Islam, Team Abdul Rauf Khalid Saheb and other office bearers, staff members of the Department of History, Islamia College, most respected dignitaries from the town who are present here, and students and my dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's an honor for me to present a small research article which was prepared by me in front of you. So I would like to thank Professor Abul Fazal Saheb and Tima Khalid Saheb for giving me an opportunity and encouraging me to present this research paper here. So I am actually going to talk about the stone tablets. Stone tablets, what I mean by stone tablets here is katba. In Urdu we call it as katba or katbe, singular and plural form of it is. So in Tamil we can call it as kalvet. So in this presentation I will be talking mostly about the stone tablets in the Muslim establishments like the mosques or any houses which are owned by the Muslims or any other Muslim establishments. So this, as I said, this is actually an article written by me 2 years back, and it was written in Urdu. It was also published in some of the magazines, and I have also translated it into English, in Tamil, and it was also published in a Tamil magazine called Makkalurimai recently. So before we move on, we just need to understand what is written in the stone tablet, in the katba. So whatever you see on the screen is this, these are 6 different stone tablets in the mosque in our town, in Vaniambadi. So the stone tablets, and one more thing which I want to clarify here is, which I just want to reconfirm here, that I am not going to talk about all the stone tablets in Vaniambadi. There are stone tablets which also exist from the recent times, which will just have the ear like that. I am going to talk about the stone tablets which have the poetry in it. Usually it is in Persian, Farsi poetry, or also we also have seen Urdu poetry in these stone tablets, in the katbe. Okay. So in the stone tablets, what usually written is the poetry. So you find the Khitay Tarikh at the end of the book. So either the author of the book will write the Khitay Tarikh, or his friends or any people who he knows, they must have written the Khitay Tarikh. So likewise, we are going to discuss here the Khitay Tarikh or the chronograms which are there in the mosque or any other buildings in Vaniambadi. So for that we have to understand this Hisab-e-Abjadi. So the Khitay Tarikh has an art actually, it is an art. So the last, the Khitay Tarikh, the chronogram will have 4 ashars, 4 misres, 2 ashar and 4 misres, and the last misra will tell you the exact date of the construction of the mosque, exact year of the construction of the mosque. So how it is derived? So the poetry will not directly tell that it was constructed in 1858, it was constructed in 1903. It will not tell like that. It will tell you in a form which if you decode it, then you will get the number. So in Persian or in Urdu we have a table which is called as Hisab-e-Abjadi or Hisab-e-Jamal. So for each letter of the Persian language or Urdu language, we have a value. For example, for alif the value is 1. For Be, the value is 2. For Swat, the value is 90, like that. So in this table you can see that we have ones, then tens, then hundreds, and then thousand. So the first 9 numbers are ones, then we have 9 numbers which are tens, then we have 9 numbers which are hundreds, and then we have thousand. And Khita-e-Tarikh is actually a form of poetry which has its origin from Persian, and people have traced that it has a very rich history, and even from the 11th and 12th century they were able to trace this particular form of poetry. So, and everyone knows that Persian, Urdu and Arabic, all these languages uses the same script, Alif, Be, Te. But in Urdu we have some additional letters, like we have Pe, we have Te, we have Se, Chim. Those letters are not available in Persian. So for that, this is the table actually. So for Be and Pe we use the same number 2 because it looks alike. And for Dal and Dal we use the same number 4. So in order to remember this easily, these are actually 9 words. These are 9 words: Abjad, Hawaz, Huti, Kaliman, Safas, Khurshad, Sakhas, Zaghaz. So Abjad means Alif, Be, Jim, Dal. Hawaz means He, Waw, Ze. Huti, Hai, Toe, Ye. So like that we have, if you want to memorize this, and people used to memorize this in the olden days. So this is how you can just memorize it easily. So before I start discussing about the chronograms in Maniyambadi, I have included 2 chronograms, one for an example, and it is also a very interesting chronogram, and it has a great story behind it, and one more chronogram, it's an inspiration for me. So the first chronogram is from the mosque, Walajahi Mosque. It is in Triplicane, Madras. So this mosque was constructed in the construction of the mosque was started in 1794 and it ended in 1795. So this was constructed by Nawab Muhammad Ali Walaja. When he was constructing the mosque, he actually conducted a competition, and he said to his ministers and to his people that whoever is going to bring the best Khita-e-Tarikh, that will be inscribed on the walls of the mosque. And this was the inscription that was written, and it was written by a Hindu Pandit. His name was Raja Makhan Lal Khirad. Makhan Lal Khirad was the name of the poet who has written it, and he was a Hindu Pandit. So this is a great example of secularism. And I have just included this so that you can understand it easily. And we have 2 couplets here. First we have a couplet, and second we have one more couplet. In the first couplet, in the last line, the 4th line, you can see Nida Ahmad ke Zikrullahi Akbar. So the Zikrullahi Akbar, the last 3 words, Zikr Allah Akbar. Zikrullahi Akbar is the phrase which gives us the date 1209, which is in Hijri. And if you convert that, it comes around 1794. So Zikrullahi Akbar, if you just separate all the letters, Zal, Kaf, Re, Alif, Lam, Lam, He, Alif, Kaf, Be, Re, and if you write the numbers on the left hand side, the equivalent numbers from the previous table, 720, like that, if you add all those numbers, you will get 1209, which is 1794. And similarly for the next couplet, the final couplet, Naam Farkhan Daevi Masjid-e Walajahi, I have separated the letters and the numbers, and it comes up to 1210. So one more interesting thing to note here is we have 2 different dates, 1209 and 1210. So I assume, and scholars whoever have studied these chronograms, they have told that it can be the date of start of the construction and end of the construction. And this is the next chronogram. This is again not from Maniyambadi. I have just included this. I have included this because this is an inspiration for me actually. So this mosque is there in Veeravarsi. Veeravarsi is a small village on the way to Kavalur. So on the way to Kavalur, just 1 kilometer before Kavalur, if you take a left and if you go just 1 kilometer there, you will find a small village of 25 to 30 houses. There is a mosque, and this is that mosque. And I actually, my father was a poet. His name was Atiq Ahmad Jazib Saab. He used to tell me that his father was also a poet. His father's name is Haidarul Hassan Haidar, and he used to tell me that he has written a chronogram for Masjid-e-Veeravarsi. So 8 years back, I went to this place to understand what is a chronogram. I was not knowing what is a chronogram, how it will look like, where it will be in the mosque, and what it will have. So by visiting this mosque, I understood the importance of the chronogram, and this was the inspiration for me, and this is the reason why I am standing in front of you and delivering lecture on chronogram. So these are the lines जो खस्बा वीरा, and this is in Urdu actually, जो खस्बा वीरा वर्षा है इन रोज़ों बाद मुद्दत के हुई है खुशनुमा तामीर एक मस्जिद बिहम्दिल्लाह सने तामीर मस्जिद हिजरी में लिखा हैदर इबादत गाह मुस्लिम हो गई तैयार है ज़ैबा. So Haidar, the takhallus or the pen name of the poet is also written here, and ibadat gahe muslim ho gayi tayyar ab zeba. If you decode it, if you replace the letters with the numbers, you will get 1358 Hijri, which is 1939. So this particular Kadba is 84 years old. So now moving on to the before I start discussing about the chronograms of Waniyambadi, I have to tell you about this great personality. His name was Khatib Hadar Basha Saheb, and he was a great poet. He was not just a poet, he was also a great philanthropist, great businessman, and he was a very religious and pious person. So he has written 10 books. We have 10 books written by this great personality, and he is called as the Waniyambadi के सबसे पहले साहेब दीवान शायर. The poet from Waniyambadi who has compiled the compilation of his own poetry. So he is the first person to compile his poetry, and it was completed in 1891. So he has written in so many topics. He has written Naat, he has written Ghazals, he has written Hamd. So but he was very good in Tarikh Goi. He was very good in writing Khitat-e-Tarikh. So in the books Gulzar-e Badshah and Yadgar-e Badshah, you can find more than 220 Khitat-e-Tarikh. Khitat-e-Tarikh are Tarikh Goi or chronograms written for different events of Waniyambadi. Not just for Waniyambadi, but also for so many other events across the world. So he has written a poem when there were floods in Waniyambadi, when there were floods in Palar. So when there were floods in river Musi in Hyderabad, he wrote a poem. He wrote a poem for the commencement of the First World War. So all these important poems were collected, and those are collected and compiled together by his son after his death, and it is called as Waqiyat-e-Alam. And one more important thing that you have to note here is he was born in 1853 and he died in 1915. But even after 1915, you can see that there are 5 books written by him. So it was actually his son Khatib Abdul Rashid Saab who compiled all his poetries. He collected his poetries from different places and he compiled it. So he is not the only person or only poet from Waniyambadi who has written on Tarikh Goi. We have so many different poets like Krishnagiri Haidarul Hassan Haidar Sahib, who was my grandfather, his elder brother Krishnagiri Mahmudul Hassan Sahib, and Peshmam Fazlullah Sahib. Peshmam Fazlullah Sahib was a great personality. He was a great alim-e-din. He was the very first principal of Umrabad, Jamia Darussalam Umrabad. So he was also very good in writing chronograms. His chronogram is there in the Masjid-e-Umrabad and also in some of the mosques in Ambur. And from the very recent times, we have Dr. Aziz Tamanna Isa. we know him very well. He has written many books as well, and he was also known for writing sonnets. Sonnets is a form of poetry in English. He has written that in Urdu. We know him for that purpose, but we don't know that he was also very good in writing the chronograms, Tarikh Goi. His chronogram is there in Masjid Barracks Road in Pyramid, Chennai, and his chronogram is also there in Goudon Street, Paris. So now we move on, and this is the first chronogram from Maniambadi. This is the picture of old street mosque, Purani Gali, Masjid Purani Gali, and the chronogram is in Persian, and the year, again we have two different years here, 1275 Hijri and 1276 Hijri, which is 1858 and 1859. So this mosque is, this particular structure is 165 years old, and from this chronogram, what we understand is we can come to know about the founder of this mosque. The founder of this mosque is Naina Muhammad Qasim Sahib. So I will just read the translation for this chronogram alone. खुदा के वास्ते इबादत के लिए ये टुकड़ा यानी ज़मीन का हिदायत की बुनियाद बना ताकि सच्चे दिल से इसमें सजदे हक़ अदा किया जा सके। बुनियाद की साल की फ़िक्र में था कि अचानक निदा हातिफ की आई कि बोल ये खाने खुदा है, मकबूल और अहसन मस्जिद नैना मोहम्मद क़ासिम. So the phrase which tells us the year of the incident, year of the event, is called the Madda-e-Tarikh. So here we have Khana-e Khuda from the last line that gives us 1276, and we also have In Huwa Illa Zikrul Lil Alamin, which is a verse from the Quran, and it is really great that the poet has selected such a verse from the Quran which gives us the exact year of the construction of this mosque. And Maqbool o Ahsan Masjid Naina Muhammad Qasim also gives us the date, which is 1275. So again we can just assume that the construction of this mosque was started in 1858 and it ended in 1859. On the rear side of the entrance of Masjid Purani Gali, old street mosque, we have this Kadba, and this is a very interesting Kadba because it has most of its content in Tamil. So the first line alone is in Persian and it gives us the date 1276. All the other lines are in Tamil. So Kala Yutti Varisham Vaigasi Masam. So Kala Yutti is actually a name of a year. So in Tamil we have a list of years. For 60 years there are 60 different names. So once those 60 are over, then again the new cycle begins. So maybe I think 1857 the name of the year was Kala Yutti, and 1858 the name of the year was Sittadari Varsham. And the last two lines you can read it easily. Naina Muhammad Qasim Sahib Avargalal in the Masjid Kattinadu. And this is the next chronogram, and so talking about the next chronogram is from a mosque in Vajindaram. So in Tamil we call this area as Udayandiram, and this was the chronogram that existed before chronogram, and they have again prepared a new chronogram, and they have not discarded the old one. So again they have kept the wordings of the same chronogram, but they have just added Khadim, it is 1314, which means 1896, and Jadid is 1438 Hijri. 1438 Hijri is 2016. And this chronogram, from this chronogram, in the third line you can read it as Falak Sal Itmam Tamir U. Uske mukammal hone ki tarikh Falak ne kahi. Falak is the takhallus of the poet, is the pen name of the poet who has written this chronogram. And from some articles on chronogram I was able to find out the exact author name of this chronogram, and it is Hazrat Maulana Khadar Basha Sahib Falak, and he is from Velur. And the next one is from Masjid Tatipatra. This is the chronogram, and this mosque was constructed in 1314 Hijri, which is 1896, and this is 127 years old. And again, in this chronogram, we will not be able to find out the name of the poet, but I was able to find out the name of the poet from a book which was written by the author of this chronogram. So this chronogram was written by Ismail Said Makhdoom. He is a very famous poet from Madras, and he has written a book called Kulliyat-e Maghmoom, which has more than 450 pages. And again, he had very good contacts with Khatib Khadar Basha Sahib and Mahmudul Hasan Mahmud Sahib and so many other personalities from Manimbadi, and he has written so many Khitat-e-Tarikh. I think more than 200 Khitat-e-Tarikh has been written by him, and you will be able to find out the birth and marriage and death years from his book if you go through the book written by him. So this is exactly the chronogram which is mentioned in the book. It is mentioned in page number 223 of Kulliyat-e Maghmoom. And one more chronogram was also written for this mosque, which was written by Khatib Khadar Basha Sahib, and it is mentioned in his book Gulzar-e-Badshah in page number 156, but it was not inscribed on the mosque because we already have an inscription which was written by Ismail Said Makhmoom Sahib. So in the second image you can see that Khitat-e-Tarikh Baraye Masjid-e Tatti Patra Mohalla Govindpur. So we come to know that Muslimpur was previously known as Govindpur. So the elders over here definitely will say that it was Govindpur previously, but my generation, people from my generation are definitely not aware that it was Govindpur previously. And it is also written that Hasbe Farmaish Janab Maddekar Muhammad Ghaus Sahib. So it was requested, on the request of Maddekar Muhammad Ghaus Sahib, Khatib Khadar Basha Sahib has written this poetry, this couplet. So what we understand from this is that Maddekar Muhammad Ghaus Sahib was one of the founder of this particular mosque, Masjid-e Tatti Patra. And the next one is a beautiful mosque in Masjid-e Khila. It is in fort, and these are the lines, and we have 6 different lines, and the Madda-e-Tarikh is three different lines are giving the Madda-e-Tarikh. Again we have 2 different years here, 1316 Hijri and 1317 Hijri, which is 1898 and 1899. And it was again it is not written anywhere that it was written by Badshah Khatib Khadar Basha Sahib, but from his book we can understand that it was written by him. And I believe that this is not the first structure of Masjid-e Khila. There is a reason behind that. The reason is there are 3 graves in Masjid-e Khila which have the Katba, which have the chronogram. One is Haji Abdur Rahim Saab's grave, and his father Haji Muhammad Ghaus Saab's grave, and his father Haji Saeed Hussain Saab's grave. So Haji Saeed Hussain Saab's grave has the year 1297. I think it comes around 1870. So which means that the grave was already there before the construction of this structure. So which means that there was a structure that existed even before this particular structure. So we cannot say that the establishment date of Masjid-e Khila is 1898. So it was earlier than that. So this is the exact poetry which is mentioned in his book. You can see Khusha Tamir in Farkhanda Masjid. The same poetry is written in Khatib Khadar Basha Sahib's book Gulzar-e-Badshah in page number 157. And this is the next one. This is New Street Mosque, and it has the poetry in the first line is in Arabic. وَخَالَ اللَّهُ الْوَاحِدْ فَوَلِّ وَجْهِكَ شَطْرُ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. And again the poet has selected such a verse from the Quran that it gives the exact year of the construction of the mosque, which is 1330 Hijri. 1330 Hijri, if you translate it into Gregorian, it is 1911, and this is 112 years old. But we are not able to find out the name of the poet for this particular chronogram, and this is in Urdu. And this one is Masjid-e-Azam in Badipet, and this is the chronogram. And the chronogram says that this particular structure was constructed in 1946. But we understand from the people, we come to know from the people that Masjid-e-Azam is a 100 years old mosque. It is believed among people. So again, we can just understand from this that only this particular structure exists from 1946 and this is 77 years old, but the exact establishment date of this mosque is much earlier than this. And we have completed all the chronograms of mosque in our town, Wanembadi. Now we are going to discuss one different chronogram which is in a house actually. So hope all of you know this Noor house. This is a function hall in Muslimpur. This is near Masjid-e-Khadim. And I don't know whether you have noticed this chronogram in this Shadi Mahal or not. So this was actually a house which was owned by Utangare Abdur Rahman Sahib. Utangare Abdur Rahman Sahib was one of the founder of Madrasa-e-Niswan. Among the five founders of Madrasa-e-Niswan, he was one of the founder, and it was his house. So he requested his cousin, who is Krishnagiri Mahmudul Hasan Mahmud Sahib, to write a poem, and he has written this poem. The last line, Ta'alallahu Khasr Abdur Rahman. Ta'alallah means Subhanallah, Khasr means Haveli, Makan or house, Abdur Rahman. So the house of Abdur Rahman is Subhanallah. It is really beautiful. That's what it means, and it is in Urdu. This chronogram is in Urdu, and I don't know how many people know that this building is 101 years old. So only from this chronogram we can come to know that this is 101 years old. So this is a chronogram from the Dargah Mastan Auliya, which is in Badipet, and this is the oldest existing chronogram in our town. If we just talk about the chronograms, then this is the oldest existing chronogram, and the date written is 1262 Hijri, which if we translate 1845, and this is 178 years old. So now we are going to talk about this one here. This is not a chronogram, but this is very interesting actually, because the date is directly written 1888-2. So here 2 means February and 1888 was the year. So this is from Masjid-e-Khadarpet. I came to know from the management of the Masjid-e-Khadarpet that this was there at the top of the old structure, somewhere at the top of the structure, and they have just removed that and they have placed it on the left hand side of the mosque. If you enter into the mosque, on the left hand side of the wall of the mosque, you can see this stone. And this is Masjid-e-Jadid's front wall. So I don't know how many of you have noticed this. On the entrance of the mosque, on the left side, if you see, you can see this. This is the zoomed in image where you can see 1882. Imarat 1882 is there. I think the Hijri year was also written, but it is broken now. So you can see this. So everyone knows this great building, the Red Fort of Wanembadi. But we have only 3 stone tablets in red building. One is the foundation stone. So sir was saying that it was led by Logan, who was a British. So we have that stone. We have Malang Manzil stone, and we have Badruddin Manzil stone. So from the foundation stone, what we come to know is that the construction of this building was started in 1907. But I don't know how many of you know that it was completed in 1910. So we can understand it. We come to know about this only from the poetry which was written again by Khatib Khadar Basha Sahib, the great poet of Wanembadi, Madrasa Islamia Waqe Wanembadi. So I just want to read this translation because this is really beautiful. क्या खूब मदरसा तामीर किया गया, रब्बे जुल जलाल का हज़ारों बार शुक्र है, बादशाह इसके मुकम्मल होने की तारीख कहो, ये इल्म कमाल का सरचश्मा है। मदरसा इस्लामिया के वास्ते बहुत बुलंद और ख़ूबसूरत तामीर की गई। जब उसकी तारीख तलाश बादशाह ने की, हातिफ से निदा आई खूब तामीर। सो खूब तामीर gives us the date 1328 Hijri, which is 1910. And we know the Taj Club it was not just a club, but it was a meeting place of the dignitaries of Vaniyambadi, where they have taken great decisions for the next generations of the people of Vaniyambadi. So it was established in 1910, and in 1933 this was the structure, and the structure that we see today was constructed in 1954. And when it was constructed, again a poem was written, but this is not inscribed anywhere in the walls of the Taj Club, but this is there in the book. There is a book which was published after completing the Golden Jubilee of Taj Club in 1960. They have published a souvenir, and in that souvenir we have this beautiful poem, and this poem tells us the last line of the poem and the first two lines again of the poem tells us the date. So Imarat Behre Taj Club, if you decode it, again you will get 1374, which is 1954. So we have completed the chronograms of the houses, the dargah and the mosques, and we have so many chronograms in the graveyards of Vaniyambadi. It was already, research has already been done by Marhoom Madre Muhammad Suhail Sahib. So that article was published in Naqoosh-e-Islaf, which was compiled by Akbar Zahid Sahib in 2013. In that article, he mentions that at the time when he was writing an article, writing this particular research article, he writes that there are 60 mosques in Vaniyambadi, and only 16 mosques have the graveyards, and out of those 16 mosques, we were able to find 26 katbe, 26 chronograms. So this is the list of mosques and the chronograms. So Masjid-e-Khadim has the most number of chronograms, and Masjid-e-Khadarbet also has 4 chronograms. So and one interesting thing which he mentions here is that the oldest katba that he was able to find is from 1845, and the recent one is from 1976. So I have come to an end of this presentation. I just want to, if you are really interested about learning the chronograms, then I just want to tell you that you can go through these articles. There is an article on chronograms in English, which was written by Kombai Anwar Sahib. Kombai Anwar Sahib is a famous filmmaker. He has produced a documentary on Tamil Muslims, and he is also a historian. He has written an article on chronograms, which was published in Hindu, and this is also available in the internet. And this particular article, this was written in 1980s, and it was written by Mufti Ashraf Saudi Sahib, who was the brother of Maulana Waliullah Sahib. And this article was published as a series of articles in the annual magazine of Madrasa Baqiyatus Salihat, which is Safir. And this article is now included in a book called Ifadat. Ifadat was written by Dr. Rahi Fidai Sahib, Maulana Rahi Fidai. He has collected all the important articles from Safir, and he has published this book. And this article has 26 pages. It comprises of 26 pages, and it tells us the details about 72 different chronograms across Tamil Nadu. And Khazi Habib Sahib, who was the former HOD of Urdu department of Madras University, he has done a great research in 2009. He has completed that research in 2009. It was a part of the UGC major research project. So he has visited different places across Tamil Nadu. He has visited Vaniyambadi as well, Vaniyambadi, Ambur, Tirupattur, Pernampet, and he told me that he travelled continuously for 7 days across Tamil Nadu, and he has collected a great information about the chronograms. He has included all the photos as well, and this is again, it has more than 400 pages, and it has details about 160 chronograms from across Tamil Nadu, and it is not including only it doesn't include only the chronograms of mosque, but it also includes the chronograms from madrasas, from libraries, from graveyards, from dargah, from all the places. I hope this presentation was useful to you. Thank you for patiently listening to me. Jazakallahu khairan kathira.